Tell you what, Clarke, I'm going to use this long weekend.
So am I.
I'm going to speculate, taking a hill trialing. Oh, if that doesn't make it, nothing will.
Hill trialing?
Cars, up the hill trials. I'm taking you along. If that doesn't do it, brother, nothing will. Know what I mean?
Rather.
What are you going to do with your long weekend then, eh, Benjamin?
Oh, actually, I've got a train ticket.
Oh, no more. Still, it could be worse. You don't get up to bad habits, do you, Fowler? I mean, if you're not train spotting, you could be doing worse. You could be doing evil things.
It wouldn't actually be classified as mere train spotting. This is a special
What are
trip.
you going to do then, Clarke?
Doris wants me to decorate the outside of the house. I want to do it too. I've got emerald and yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre?
Yes.
Well, that's a bit daring, isn't it? It's exclusive up your patch. Overlooks a golf course.
It's a good area, but one fellow has blue and pink. What's this hill trialing you're taking her to?
Coombe Hatch. It's trials for all the climbers. Oh, it's great up there. All keen motorists, we take a hamper, spot of chicken, sit there and watch the hill trials. All the set get up there. Oh, if I don't make her there, I'll never make her. I might keep her away for the weekend. Some hotel, a late dance. Do they have a county dance at the hill trials?
I say, Smiggy, I hear that train spotters are in the same category as peeping Toms.
Is that true? Yes, I suppose they both carry binoculars.
I don't have binoculars.
And they both get cold in the eye. You see, you pretend to be sitting there for the 042, but really, you're watching for thighs in the siding.
You don't have 042s not anymore. That was in the days of steam.
Well, diesel must be a bit dull then, eh, Benjamin?
Well, they aren't steam, but they have their own excitement. Anyhow, I'm doing more than train spotting this weekend.
Oh, lucky you. By the time we got round to something real and earnest at your age. Funny how some people lead petty lives, isn't it?
And they can't see over into the next rut.
I thought the doctor recommended you to keep away from diesel oil for those spots of yours.
No, I never said anything of the sort.
Come along then, Fowler. Chat. Going away for the long weekend, are you?
He's going train spotting, sir.
Train spotting, eh?
He used to collect cigarette cards, but he grew out of it.
Well, Farquhar, could you get the Seven Oak deeds finished before you go?
Oh, I'm quite sure I can, Mr. McCullough.
Good. Well, enjoy your long weekend, all of you, if I don't see you again. And no doubt you'll be doing something important, Smith.
And basic, sir.
Well, I'm going to sew things up. I'm going to meditate this weekend. I have things to think on connected with business. I'm going to think on them and play golf at the same time. Did you think on what I said about your house, Farquhar?
Oh, yes. Yes, we're painting it this weekend, actually. Ochre and emerald.
That should be good. Emerald on the walls.
Yes, and ochre on the woodwork.
It isn't the woodwork I was thinking of. It was the walls. That white wall of yours. I should think half of the golf club members lose flight of their ball on the 8th.
I should think the emerald will correct that.
Damn good of you, Farquhar. Damn good. The last tenant would do nothing about it. I think he enjoyed us losing our flight, especially at sunset. I think he used to keep the balls that went into that garden.
I'll cooperate with the golf club anytime.
A word to the wise.
Anyhow, sir, I'm a member now. I've joined.
The club. Our club?
Yes, I joined. I might see you up there sometime.
Yes, I'll be there this weekend. And Monday.
I might see you up there then, sir.
Good. Well, might then. Have a good weekend. And you, Fowler, with your, what is it? Train spotting?
Actually, I'm doing more than train spotting this weekend, Mr. McCullough.
Keeps you out of mischief.
I've asked him to take me, sir. Keep me out of mischief.
But you enjoy your mischief, Smith.
So do my partners, sir.
One of your horizontal weekends, I presume.
Good sport. Did you hear the way he took the joke? Bloody good sport. Oh, still, I mix with his sort all the time up at the hill trials. They've all got their own businesses. But you never told me about that whitewash.
Well, when the boss found I'd moved up there, he did ask. Very nicely.
Yes, you ought to get up there, have a game. There's no doubt about it, the social rung's most important at a certain time in business.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not crowing, but there does come a moment when you need that extra social how-do-you-do. And this is it. A round of golf,
Well,
a
the
round
boss
of...
is off, I'm slipping away now. You?
Got to finish these deeds for Seven Oaks.
Oh, you married fellas.
Good luck with your girl. The roaring engines up the hill slopes might tune her up.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. My God, Fark, life's complicated. I wish I collected train numbers. I say, Benjamin, I wish I did something emotionally involved, like collecting train numbers.
Actually, I'm doing more than collecting train numbers this weekend. I'm going on the last train through the Harecastle tunnel. Crack on time. I shouldn't be passing on this point. We must be slow. Oh, soon see the old time chair keys. I used to make those out of wedged oak. They took 500,000 barrow loads of clay out of there and used it on the Branscombe embankment. There's enough soil dug up in the railway edge to build 6 pyramids.
Hey, come on, lad, here. Hey, there's plenty of room. Hey, I thought we'd never get a seat. Well, calm on, then set the game up. Here, Blondie, you do. Now, what we on? Shillings?
You going to camp?
Aye. Do you want Delta?
No, I'm busy, thank you.
It's train spotting, aren't you? Dem's train numbers, aren't they?
Yes.
There we are.
Hey, you know my brother did fretwork. Hey, there's nothing like an hobby to make a man with character. That's what my father said. An hobby in a boy or a youth, hey, or a young man makes for character.
Aye, you're right.
Do you do fretwork, kid?
No.
Train numbers is good, though. I've known some train number collectors in my time. I knew this lad out in Burma collected train numbers.
Changy there,
We aren't disturbing you, kid, are we?
No.
Hey, did you see Florence in the bar? What bloody cheek sitting there.
Do you see the way he looked up?
Ah, bloody cheek looking up like that.
What? Looking up like what? If I'd have noticed the way he looked, I'd have stopped
He
him.
did look, he looked when he came in, didn't you notice?
I didn't notice. If I'd noticed, I'd have smashed him. How did he look?
Settle down, Jockey didn't look. Play around, watch your stake, I'm dealing.
Don't settle me down, Blondie. Don't settle me down. How did he look? Nobody settles me down like that.
He's trying to help you, Jock. Oh, well, he's your mate, isn't he? He's trying to keep you away from trouble. You picking on bloody Blondie when he's trying to keep you out of a charge sheet.
Okay,
He's your pal,
okay.
yet you treat him like that.
Okay, I just wanted to know how he looked when we went in the bar.
Well, did you see him sitting there? I mean, did you see Florence sitting there?
Aye, I saw him sitting there.
Then you must have seen the way he looked at us.
You're calling me a liar, Black? You're calling me a liar?
I'm
Because
not
I help
Play
me,
around,
you're calling me a liar.
Excuse me.
You all right, kid?
Yes, thank you.
We aren't interrupting your train numbers.
No, we're not due to pass another one until about 16:15 hours.
You knew that?
Oh, yes, it's a Derby train. It's a diesel 3-car, you see, diesel. And they haven't electrified the Derby crew line as yet.
Hey, he's a clever lad, that. Hey, you know, my brother did fretwork. There's nothing like an hobby to make a man with character. Hey, that's what my father said.
He's a lad with character, that one. You can tell by his face.
Aye.
Thank you.
Are you going to the buffet car?
Yes, I thought I'd go and have a cup of something.
Aye, well, if you see an officer down there, he'll be in a combat check. If you see him down there, Florence, you're in civvies. You can tell him. Tell him from me he's a big puff, looking at us as if we had no right in that buffet
I
car.
thought you said you didn't know how he looked.
You looking for a fight, Clarke?
Hey,
My
give
God,
over
we
your
have
own
no right.
excuse me,
All right.
excuse me. I don't know if I shall be sitting next to this friend of yours because I shall want a window seat near on the inside, you see.
Inside?
So he can watch the passing trains, stupid.
Don't you call him
Listen,
stupid?
I've had enough of
It's no
you.
use calling him
Listen, I'm going to charge him.
Oh, I'll park your body there then. So crowded. Soldiers.
I'll sit here. What about Charlie?
Oh, we'll find Charlie a pew. Let's worry about the drinks first. Well, it's a bit of life here anyway. Oh, here's Charlie. Come on, Charlie.
Gin and tonic, Ruth.
Oh, thank God for that. A big one. Oh, yes. They come in those dinky bottles. Oh, they're giving us a glass. I thought we'd get one of those horrid little cardboard cups.
I always bring my own cup. I can't bear those horrid little cardboard cups. There's a sure sign of decline there on the railways.
Young man, you seem aware that railways were once an age of elegance.
Right, they were and all. Well, I haven't got a seat. Here, please have mine. Oh, that's very good of you. Here, have a drink. What is it, an export?
No thanks. I've got some left in the can.
You all right, Max?
Yes, I'm all right.
Oh, God, that'll do.
Got the papers?
Oh, don't sit with papers. There's nothing to do on trains but sit and read papers. Or eat chocolate biscuits. Train journeys are all chocolate biscuits and tea out of cardboard cups.
Ooh, the students are kicking up a stink again.
Well, they might have something to complain about. You know, when I saw those soldiers at Euston, I thought they were there to quell the riots.
More like they're running away from them, eh? You have any student trouble out in Australia, Megs?
No, they just learn stuff.
Well, that's what they're there for, to learn stuff.
You see that Ian Smith on his high horse again?
Oh, he would be. I wonder they don't do something sensible. Still, these Labour people, they don't know what it's like out there. You've got to be practical with those blacks.
You know what I think? They're being unfair to the whites in black territory. What, Megs?
We don't have black trouble, just abos. And they stay quiet.
Young man, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm making a note of some train numbers and some interesting things I see on the track.
Oh, fascinating. This boy is a train spotter.
Oh, huh? Well, it's a good thing, that, train spotting. I used to do that when I was a kid. Oh, the steam then. I thought the steam engine were the great days.
Oh, steam engine were the great days. But one has to adapt oneself to a changing science. A lot of spotters fell by the trackside when diesel and electric came.
Oh, a genuine Midland Railway sleeper number. I haven't seen one of those for years. I must just make a note of that.
You know, I'd never have noticed it.
Well, the lines speak to those who have ears.
Oh, what a magnificent quotation. Young man, you are a poet of the railways.
Oh, thank you. But you know, to me, the railways are poetry. I am more alive sitting here than I could possibly be anywhere else. In a moment, I shall show you a cutting that was excavated by 3,000 Irishmen who came over here during the Great Potato Famine of the 1800s.
I used to like the old steam engine. And the architecture. There was some fine architecture in the old days.
At home, I have some fine examples of railway architecture, my prized possession being an old North Stafford clock taken from the station at Cheadle. And then I also have a seat mark, Tynemouth, taken from the old London North Eastern Railway.
Oh, that is very wonderful. Young man, you make the world sound a poetic and joyful place to live in. Doesn't he, Max?
He's all right.
I'm in bearings myself. I've got a small bearings factory. I'm afraid I've always considered myself to be one of these modern Philistines. Oh, but there's nothing architectural or noble about bearings.
Oh, you're quite wrong. Oh, it's no use regretting the age of steam and the Gothic grandeur of the Western Region Railways. We have to appreciate the beauty of the new things. There are those of us who are pioneers of diesel spotting. And I think that time will prove to us all that there is beauty in all utilitarian sciences.
Young man, I'd like to buy a drink on that.
Oh, another tea, please.
No, I'd like to get you a real drink. Like a miniature? How about your tea with a nip of whiskey in it?
Oh, it's not the usual. Well, I'm clear-headed, yes, please. But wait, because we shall be coming to that cutting soon.
Oh.
You know, it's incredible to me. But, well, I mean, just imagine hordes of men, for the first time in their lives, getting real money. I know they had a name as roughnecks and terrors, but they moved rock with their bare hands, and they sent home money to their wives and families. And for the first time, they questioned. We are railway builders. Why has our country left its poor peasants ignorant? A new breed of Irish man was born, a man who asked why to the very doors of the Vatican. Isn't that incredible?
Oh, can I get you that drink?
Oh, yes, please.
Girls, same again?
I'd like a box of chocolates.
Oh, one of these days makes your teeth are going to fall out. Even your false teeth will need false teeth.
We've been to London, young man.
Business?
Business, yes. And we used the opportunity to pick up my husband's sister, Meg's. She comes from Australia. Her husband died out there and she's come home.
Where is home?
We have a business in Derby.
Bearings?
Ball bearings. We used to have our little joke. My husband made his fortune on his bearings. You're not shocked. You don't think I'm a vulgar old woman?
Oh, no, I'm quite broad-minded, really. Well, I have to be in the office where I work.
Oh, well, wherever you work and whoever you work with, your companions are very lucky to have such charming, interesting and poetic company.
Oh, thank you. However, conversations are made or broken by whomsoever you are conversing with.
Oh, charming.
He's only got those dark ones. You're not able to get any light ones?
Oh, you had light ones at Euston, Mix.
That was before 11s is.
Shall I take them back to the man? That counts as crowded with soldiers. Most of them have already had too much tin beer. Shall I shoulder my way through the ranks?
Oh, don't bother for me.
Oh, most of them won't be in a hell of a state before they get wherever they're going.
I wonder that officer doesn't do something with them. Still, I suppose it's like everything else nowadays, isn't it, young man? No sense of discipline anywhere. What is your opinion on that?
I think circumstances dictate opinion and your attitude to people. I mean, when the railway kings wanted to build their railways, do you think that they cared for the people who were trampled on? No, not a bit of it, because it was politic. And when the navvies ran riot, they were treated leniently because it was politic. In the same way today, the student agitators are treated gently because of the political image. It's all politics.
Bravo. I would give the students the boot.
All that remains in the end is what was built and what is beautiful. And no one dares ask if the end justifies the means.
Young man, you're a wonderful person. In my line of business, I don't get much opportunity of meeting gentle, poetical people like you, just hard-headed businessmen on about their bearings. I could tell you our family joke, but I won't.
I've told him.
Oh, well, there you are, you see. My Ruth knows how far to go with sensitive people. I don't. It's one of the differences between us. I'm afraid I cannot mingle with the sort of people she requires to mingle with.
I want to go back to the compartment now.
All right, it's that way.
See me back, Charlie. All those soldiers.
Well, they're not in the first class. Our corridor's empty.
See me back, will you?
All right. I'll be back in a minute.
Where are you going, young man?
Stoke-on-Trent.
For the weekend?
Will you excuse me if I just keep glancing out of the window? I'm trying to find an old hand-operated point. Yes, I am. I'm going for the weekend. I'm catching the last train through the Harecastle tunnel.
Oh, when is that? When does that go?
Tonight, midnight. There you go. Oh, yes, it'll be a moving occasion before they block up the old Harecastle.
You're very fond of it.
Oh, yes, it's an old friend.
Ah.
Funnily enough, the new tunnel is a much more convenient route than the old. And, well, it's straighter and it's less gradient, but it's longer. And yet our old George Stephenson surveyed the first route, choosing the more winding way in order to cut down on the length, and so saving money for his company.
Which company?
Oh, it was the old North Stafford. It was the smallest working company to reach the 20th century, a grand little railway.
Oh, you make me seem so ignorant.
Oh, no.
Young man, I may have drunk too much too fast since I got on this train, but listen to me. Preserve this sense of love you have. It's worth everything. When I was young, I married that man, my husband. He wanted me and I needed his money. To say that I despised him is strong, but there's something in it. He was never good enough. He was working industrial stock, so I never, as it were, melted into him. To me, he's always been, up to the present, the same gawky, money-mad industrialist. And it's only today, some 30 years too late, when I've met his sister, how much I realise how far he has come. But like two trains on parallel life, we kept our distance. Young man, your love will move mountains.
Oh, look, there's the old railway aqueduct. 1 million bricks were brought up here from Staffordshire to build that. That is one of the finest examples of railway elegance in the country. Yes, if you'll excuse me, your sister-in-law does seem a trifle dull, but your husband, I thought, was a very sincere person.
Oh, thank you for listening to me, young man. That man has never known my full-hearted love. Oh, please, please, don't miss your last train through the Harecastle tunnel.
Bye.
Are they coming back again?
No, I shouldn't. So they'll be getting their cases down soon.
It's all right for you, sitting there in civvies, making conversation. But look at me in this. Ha! Jungle Jim. We're just doing a manoeuvre in the pennies. You'd think we were expecting monsoons, at least. You can't expect an ordinary civilian to make sensible conversation to a clown in this rig.
Well, you have your friends.
Friends? Those pigs? I can't talk to the ordinary soldier, I can tell you. They make me sick. Pigs. Huh. Look at those boots. Ridiculous. What does he think I care for his toe caps? Probably sat up all night trying to win my approbation.
Don't you like the army?
All I can say about the army aptitude tests is they're either a complete phony, a farce, or a deliberate mistake, because I've neither ability, inclination, nor aptitude. Oh, look at those ogres. They're out to humiliate me, belittle me. Pike from the slums of Glasgow, a weak-willed, over-beautiful follower, a Liverpool scouse. Who could be proud of being called a local soup, huh? And the rest, followers on, weak, timid. They're no more gutsy than any rabble of followers on, but they are the British Army in peacetime. And they're going to show me up. And I can't cope. You know what I shall do?
No, I don't know what you shall do.
I shall retreat with dignity to my first-class compartment where they can't touch me, and tomorrow, when we're all sober, I shall rattle out my orders as I did on basics, and they shall respond as they did on basics, and all will go rooty-tooty. And you will go your way, civvy.
Hi there, pal. Have you got any train numbers? We can sit here, can we? Well, it's not marked, it's not first class.
There's no smoking.
Yes, please do. Sit down.
Got your rations, emergency?
Yes, sir.
You can't have drained your issue tea-urn. No need to come in here if you haven't drained your issue tea-urn.
This isn't tea.
We don't get issue export.
The tea-urn can be gobbed in. I've had enough tea to stretch my bladder.
You cannot keep us out of here anyway.
Well, I'm just going, chaps. Be brisk at Manchester. Not too much export. I'll be looking for you, Corp.
Sir.
Carry on.
Bye, Florence.
Hey, what you doing with all your train numbers?
Well, actually, I'm on a special trip. I'm going on the last train through the Harecastle tunnel. I want the room for the night, please.
Come in, sir. You'll find it cosy in here. Cold. Want your room for the night, sir? See what we can do for the night.
Possibly 2 nights, if I can manage it.
2 nights, sir. See what we can do. Oh, yeah, we'll fix you up for 2 nights and welcome. You'll have your own key.
That's an old North Stafford cap.
Aye, is that, sir? The old knotty.
I've never seen one outside of a glass case before.
Well, to tell you the truth, there's not many about like that now, sir. Hey, try it on, and you'll reckon how old I was when the old knotty was disbanded.
Well, you must have been a boy.
Work it out this way, sir. The old North Stafford was disbanded in 1923. Well, I'm a mere stripling yet. 67 I am, sir, and that's no lie. Hey, that cap fits you better than it fits me, though, sir. Would you like to try the jacket on?
A jacket?
Aye.
Oh, I'd love to. Have you still got the original buttons?
I have, sir. Aye, I have. Hey, I'll go and get it for you.
Oh, thanks. Are you all right?
Yes, I'll be all right.
Oh, good.
Here we are, sir.
This room is a veritable treasure chest.
Ah, for them as thinks the old North Stafford a treasure it is. Hey, have a look at that lamp. Look closely, you'll see the old knot on it. Hey, but try the uniform on. There you are, sir. Let me see you. You're no fatter than I were when I were a lad.
Have you got a mirror?
There you are, sir.
Oh, yes.
My. Takes me mind back to pictures of me when I was a boy. Hey, look at this photograph here, sir. Taken to the railway staff at Longport, 1919, just after the war. There's me. And there's you, I'd say, to the life.
Oh, yes.
Hey, are you a railway enthusiast, then?
Yes.
There's no world like it. Hey, why didn't you go on railways when you were a boy, then?
My father issued a decree that I should have a white-collar job. He had a friend in accountancy.
Young uns never get what they want. I wanted to go in the army. Good job I didn't. I might have got all shot up, and where would I have been now? Hey, would you like to eat your meal in here? We've got one on.
Your wife?
No, my boy. I've got a boy. He'll fix you your meal, and you could eat it in here, because we've got no trophies of the old North Stafford in main dining hall. There's no but a television.
I will be highly honoured.
Aye. Well, keep the uniform on. Jackie, a meal for this young man, and he's a big eater. At least he looks a big eater. Are you a big eater, young man?
I've had nothing but sandwiches all day.
Oh. Will dumplings do you?
More than well.
Dumplings, Jackie.
Don't get meals like that on my luncheon vouchers.
London, it's all this foreign stuff. Hey, well, come and sit yourself down over here. There you are. I've known the day when you could get a good meal in London. We drivers, we used to get a lovely English meal at Euston, but not anymore. You bring your dinner in. Hey, keep that uniform on. Good to see the old knotty being worn again. I know why you were here. You'll be catching that 11.5 up to Longport, Kids Grove, I'll say, ya. Aye. I've read the closing the old Harecastle. Many's the time we've gone through the old Harecastle. Oh, your dinner's ready. Thank you, Jackie. Where are you going tonight? Oh. Here's your dinner. That's my boy, Jackie. Hey, would you like me to sit down and talk to you? I can show you a few things of the old North Stafford.
Oh, I'd love that.
Aye. Hey, well, eat on, eat on. Is it all right?
Yes, it's lovely, thanks.
Hey, I'll show you what I've got here. And there's not many of these about. Old Tom Sandlow might have one, he was a shunter. And Tom Forbes, right, he might have one and all. It's an old North Staffordshire shunter's whistle. Cockshoot yard. Listen. Means third line. Bushbury sidings. Hey, and this one, it's like a crow.
Crow?
Sounds like one. Listen. Awning-law. It's all right, Jackie, it's only me. Hey, would you like to take in with you through Harecastle Tunnel at last train tonight?
Yes, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, Jackie, get some warm clothes on for midnight. There's a young fella here who wants to take your train ride. Hey, I'm really glad about that. You know, he's always wandering around streets late at night. I never know what he gets up to.
How old is he?
Oh, he's just a stripling. Hey, I must show you this. Look at this. Now, that's the old original station lamp from my last naughty station, Golden Hill. I took it with permission. I've always been honest railway man. Hey, is that dinner nice?
Oh, yes, it's lovely, thank you. But please, go on, go on.
Jackie'll soon be finished. Then you'll be getting ready to go on the last run through the Harecastle with you. I told him to put his woolies on. If I remember that old Harecastle, she's a chilly old girl. Anyway, how I started was like this. I was only a stripling at the time, and in them days, oh, you were highly honoured if you got a permanent position. And if you got a pension, oh, you were like a lord. Oh, they were great days, the old railway days. Everybody knew the station. It was a grand little line. You know, the gentry was good, and the managers was good, and everything was good. Ah, they were lovely, lovely days. Hey, this is the old Guards flag. Hold it, hold it. Go on, unwind it. Hey, have a wave. Go on, have a wave at it. Aye. Was honour to be a guard in them days. Railway world, it had a sense of order. Although I've no prejudices. There were no darkies on railways in them days. It was all white men, and they were proud of the uniform. Not like today. Man can come straight out of jungle into a railway uniform. But you better eat up, because you've not got much time. You'll have to be getting ready. I'll call Jackie. Thank you, sir. I do hope you can get him interested. It was a hard blow to me that he wasn't interested in railways. He was quite young when I realised he wasn't going to be like his father.
Thank you.
Still, he's only a stripling yet. But if you could talk to him and get him interested even yet, would you do that?
It would be an honour for me to do that.
Oh, thank you, sir, thank you. Jackie, Jackie, Jackie!
I'm come.
This gentleman wants to take you through the Harecastle tunnel.
Is it lit? Well, come on then. Have you got your thermos and your chest rubbings?
Take him, and I'm sure he'll be interested when he hears you, the way you can explain it, sir.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm ready when you are.
Well, I'm standing here dressed up to the nines, aren't I?
Well, come on, Jackie,
All
go
right,
with
all
the
right.
gentleman.
I'll be seeing you later then.
Yes.
And thank you.
That's all right. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I have 2 singles for Kids Grove, please? Thank
Sure,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
One, please.
Through the Harecastle tunnel?
Yes, please.
It's going to be quite a party. I wish I could join you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Where did you get that at?
I beg your pardon?
You're new here, aren't you?
Where to, sir?
To where the party is, please.
Kids Grove.
Oh, there's a club there, isn't there?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Some party, eh? What a set of devotees.
What do you do with yourself at night?
I don't do anything with myself, dear.
I admired your father very much.
Oh, all steam engines and brasses, was it? Yes, I can imagine. He was never happier than when he was driving the gentry in his red choo-choo.
He conjured up a brilliant picture of the times.
Yes. I suppose I must have been a bit of a disappointment to him. Do you know, I can remember when I was about 5 years old and he found out I liked playing with dolls. He compromised by dressing them up in railway uniforms. Well, what am I supposed to do tonight anyway? Like catch it?
Catch what?
The railway fever. All I'm likely to catch is me death.
Well, look, if you don't want to come, but I mean, after all, this is the Harecastle.
This is the Harecastle. Listen, in my boyhood, if you could call it that, I walked every blinking mile of the North Stafford. I've walked through your Harecastle tunnel, you know. I've been as far as Macclesfield, Sandbatch, Middlewich, Congleton. I've walked the Loop Line. When I was 8 years old, I was allowed to pull the signals at League South. I've pressed up your old uniform, I've polished knotty badges.
You have been highly honoured if you only but knew it.
Oh, there's no honour at this time of night, dear.
Have I kept you up too late?
This is my bewitching hour. Excuse me. Must just, pay a little visit. Sorry, the trip's off. I've met a friend. Bye.
suspect the guard's vain. It's a very moving occasion.
It's the occasion of a lifetime. Opened in 1848. A bit of a wet old girl, but she's given perfect service ever since.
Pity they had to close her.
A mile and 88 yards long. Stepped it. Too much moisture for electrification. Too low for the overhead line as well. Severe bend from the south. Not suitable for electric.
No, quite. Excuse me, sir. Well, I had to ask. I was very curious. Why did you buy 2 tickets?
One was for my own collection. The other one was for a very dear old friend of mine who cannot be with us on this occasion.
Oh, I see.
Sure, you? Here, the famous loop line of the 5 Towns branches out. It's mentioned in Arnold Bennett's Playhanger. Opened in 1864 to serve the potteries lines from Terson, Hanley, Littleport, and back to Townsall, Golden Hill.
New Chapel.
New Chapel, that's right, New Chapel.
You seem very knowledgeable. I should love to talk to you sometime.
So you shall.
My name is Fowler, Benjamin Fowler.
My name is Grayson. Judge Grayson.
Oh, not the Judge Grayson, the expert on the knotty signal system.
Expert? Well, I don't know whether you'd call it expert.
Oh, expert. I would, fervently, sir. Oh, I'm honoured to meet you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, silence. Everyone. Silence. The Harecastle Tunnel.
She's a jolly good tunnel, for she's a jolly good tunnel, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, and so say all of us, for she's a jolly good tunnel, for she's a jolly good tunnel, for she's a jolly good tunnel, and so say all of us.
Words cannot express.
No feelings show.
Like the old knotty signal system, eh, sir? Gone forever.
The old knotty signal system is still very much alive, boy. Just a minute. My car. No, there. If you happen to be in the neighborhood tomorrow, you call on me at about 3 o'clock and you will see that the old knotty signal system is still very much in action.
Yes?
Is Judge Grayson in?
Is it urgent?
Well, I had an appointment to see him. My name is Fowler, Benjamin Fowler.
Client?
No, friend, railway acquaintance.
Oh. That. Come in.
Oh! Isn't that the old North Stafford one-way system, tyres, 3-position papers?
My father installed it.
Oh, your father is a wonderful man.
Shouldn't you have been here at 3?
Yes. I was delayed by the bus. It stopped at all the villages. It seemed to me milking time.
Not milking time.
Well, the lanes were full of cows.
Not milking time yet. You have nearly missed the last signal of the day. Mother, it's for Father.
The judge will see you now.
Mother was Father's secretary for many years.
Oh, yes?
You must hurry. Hurry, or you'll miss the last of today's signals.
Well, you nearly missed it.
I'm so sorry. I was delayed by the bus.
The bus? Good heavens, yet they closed this line down. Always used to be on time, always on time. Nothing ever held it up. All right, well, come on in, come on. Quick as you can. Now, let's have all that stuff. Let's give me a scarf and that bag thing. That's it. Right. And your coat. Come on, close this line down for one of those ghastly pay-at-the-door buses. Right, now, where are we? 3:15. Now, you're familiar, are you, with the North Staffordshire system?
Well, not exactly, but I've followed your articles with interest.
Well, we'll soon find out about that. Well, you're all right to your station, young man, to your station.
Who, me?
Yes, you, yes.
Oh, can I do it?
Yes, of course you can. Right, now, come on now. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to everything I say to you. Now, when I tap with this gavel, that represents all the incoming calls. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, I want you, on my instructions, to be responsible for all the outgoing signals. Do you understand?
Yes.
Right, here we go. One beat received, call attention, acknowledge it. Received 311, parcel train coming on the up line, put needle to line clear and acknowledge it. 2 gongs, train entering section. Now call attention to the next box. Has he acknowledged it?
Yes, I think so.
Right, pass on 311. Yes, he has acknowledged it. Now, line clear on his section. Pull number 3, which is the advance signal. No. Put it back, boy. Put it back. Number 2, the home signal. Number 1, the distance. Right, now, here she comes. Now, give next section train entering your section 2 beats to C. She's gone with tail lamp past. Now, place all signals to danger and give Stoke Junction 2, pause 1. Right. 2. Train out of section. How's that?
Oh, that was marvellous. Is this a true replica?
Well, what would be the point of having an untrue replica?
Oh, true.
Yeah, this is a true replica of the signal box at Sideway in the great days of the North Staffordshire Railway. And I was fortunate enough to obtain some of the actual plates, brasses, and an almost complete system of levers.
What's the next train?
Now, you're going to like this. The express is coming on the down line. Right, receive call attention to Trenton. Acknowledge it with 1 beat.
Right.
Now, we receive 4 beats for an express. Express train coming, acknowledge it. Right, put needle to line clear. Receive 2 beats for train entering section. Now call up Stoke Junction with 1 beat. Yes, he has acknowledged it. Now give him 4 beats. No. Now carefully. Has he acknowledged it?
Yes, the needle reads line clear.
All right, I will go to lever number 4. Now, this is an important one, this. Starting signal 4, home signal 5, and distance signal 6. Right.
I say, is that your gardener down there?
Pay attention, there's a train entering your section. Now, signal 2 beats to Stoke Junction, after you've seen the tail lamp. Now, have you seen it?
Yes, I think so.
Look at her go.
That gardener of yours...
Now, place all signals to danger and give 2, pause 1. Now, putting needle to line block to Trenton.
I say...
No, pay attention to your work, young man. The signalman's life is one of trust and loneliness. The mind wanders for a moment, and the crossed lines, derailment. There goes the old guard. I'll go on, have a look. Give him a wave. Yes, old Tommy Coulson.
Oh. I know Adam Coulson. He runs a boarding house.
Yes, well, this is old Tommy Coulson, you see, the father of Adam. He had a bit of a queer streak in him, you know, old Tommy did.
Yeah. Seems to have come out in his grandson. It must have skipped a generation.
Yeah, he always wore a flower in his buttonhole. It was against regulations, of course, but that was Tommy's queer streak. Of course, they didn't have a name for it in those days, but nowadays we'd call him as queer as a bun. Still, he was a character, you know. They were all characters in those days. Now, this thing here is a knotty driver's sponge cloth. No, they don't make them like that nowadays.
That gardener of yours.
Oh, that lad. He only comes in once a week. Thinks of nothing but women and gambling.
Yes, your daughter.
Oh, betches. Oh, she can take care of herself, all right. Don't worry. Well, now, so you're going back to Euston tomorrow, are you?
Yes, on the 10:13.
Oh, yeah, if it's a good run, gets in at 12:15.
Yes.
Straight run. Comes the main line at Colwich. They'll soon be closing Colwich down, too, and go about Stafford. It's a tragedy for Colwich. And the old Knotty. You know, there used to be 2 signal boxes there in the old days.
Oh, yes, because it joined the old main Manchester
joined the
line.
old Manchester line. Good boy, yes, you're quite right. Good boy, old Manchester line. Right, well, look, just come down here a minute, will you? Come on, come on. Haven't got all day. Quick as you can. Now, here. I want you to do something for me. My old and dearest friend lives in London. Now, he was a railway man. His father was a signalman on the old North Stafford, on this very box. My old friend should have been a railwayman, too. He was too good to waste, but he took up music instead. He learned to play the violin. Usually find him at the Festival Hall. He appears with the London Philharmonic or some such group. Anyway, I got his address here. His private address. There you are. It's old Bob Phillips. Now, I want you to take him that spare ticket from me. Tell him it was the last one through the Harecastle tunnel.
I'll be happy to do that for you, Judge.
Well, tell him I could do no more, but he'll see that from the ticket. He was an expert on the old North Stafford. He'd have been through the Harecastle tunnel last night if it hadn't been for his damn scraping. You know, he and I have walked every inch of the old knotted track. Every inch. He was an expert on the old coal lines as well, you know.
Staffordshire must have been heavy in coal lines.
Yeah, did you know there was a tunnel between the Potteries and Newcastle under Lyme to connect the pit fields of
Silverdale?
Right, Silverdale with the railways. Did you know that? Yes. George Stephenson himself surveyed it. I've seen the report. Well, they've gone now, of course, but you... No more now, but you can still see traces of them from the air.
From the air?
Yes, you know, old Bob Phillips chartered an aeroplane and took some aerial pictures. Yes, oh, yes, he knew all about the old coal lines. Did Bob. He doesn't call much. Something personal. Nothing to do with the railways. Ah. Time for tea. Come on.
Sit yourself down, young man. Jam? You must try the jam.
Oh, the red, please.
Blackberry.
Oh, it's not so black.
Well, the other one's gooseberry. A wild bush. We know that, don't we, Beatty?
Do we? Gooseberry?
Oh, I don't normally like green jam as a look. Well, if I'm pressed.
It doesn't taste as green as it looks. We went gathering them last season. Where did we get them? James.
On the Leek and Manifold Valley. A narrow gauge line from Waterhouse to Hume End. The only 3 feet way on the old North Stafford. A lay-by at
Cockintake Farm.
Cockintake Farm, that's right, yes, with a turntable at each end. It was closed in 1934. I fought to keep it open as a walk. The railway's preservation helped me, and I won. We walked it many a time, didn't we, Beatty?
Did we?
Yes. We had some grand times up there. The blackberries and goosegogs were wonderful.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd grown them in your own expensive garden.
Goodness, no. We don't have a gardener. Judge Grayson doesn't have time.
Oh, that youth. That man, that gardener.
Todd? He's nothing. He's too stupid. He just comes in 1 day a week.
He's an absolutely stupid pig. He's the village idiot. No one else would employ him, but us. Even then he only comes in 1 day a week, or else if he came any more, he wouldn't qualify for national assistance. But he's young, you see? That's his virtue. He's young and unmarried. Matters little that he's got the IQ of a gnat.
Would you like a little piece of cake now, Mr. Fowler?
No, don't press the boy, don't press it. He's just going.
Yes, I'm just off now.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Judge Grayson, for everything. And I'm so delighted that the old North Stafford signal system is still functioning.
Tomorrow I shall take the first steps to keep the old Harecastle tunnel open.
How do you mean?
And I shall make a full-scale model, an exact replica, and I shall go down to the existing site for samples of rock, soil, flora and fauna. And I shall build it in the back garden.
With Todd?
He may be able to help with the labouring.
He'll be able to help with the stone breaking. He's been to prison 3 times for minor sexual offences.
I shall make an exact model with the correct gradient, and I shall run the Potteries Express through daily. The Harecastle tunnel shall not be closed.
Well, that's marvellous. How long will it take to build?
As long as such a work deserves. A lifetime.
I should love to see it.
Well, I'll contact you when I've finished.
Make it a date. Put it in your little book.
No, it's all right, thank you. I shall remember it.
Right, I'll show you to the door.
Well, goodbye, all. And thank you all so much for everything, for the meeting and for the jam and for the signals and and you can rely on me, Judge, to take that last ticket to your friend, the fiddler, Robert Phillips.
Bob, you got him the last ticket?
Well, there are some things best left set at the door, between railway men. Off you go, young man.
You have come at a very inopportune time, young man. But if you wish to wait, you can do so.
I would like to do so.
My husband is practicing. I shall give him a little while longer before I call him.
I wouldn't like to detract from his practice.
What is the nature of your visit?
Railways.
My husband's devouring passion, railways. I only let him sustain it over the years because it takes his mind off the violin.
On September the 20th, 1867, there were 3 trains taken off the Cheadle line because they were running specials for Wakes Week. Now, if 3 trains were taken off, which of the crew trains were cancelled that day? I must make a note of that in the archives.
My husband has had to work to become a concert violinist. Did you realize that? He didn't have a cultural background. His father was a railway signalman. My husband has had to work. I, of course, had a background of culture.
Oh, yes. You do sound slightly foreign.
I am of French-Russian descent. I was trained to be a dancer.
Oh, I bet that was something. In your day.
Classical. I trained since the age of 7 with the Russian classical. Then I unfortunately married. I had a child. Dancers cannot have children and make a comeback.
Where is it now? The child, I mean.
He is a metallurgical engineer in Canada. He took after his father's side. I used to say to his father, there is too much engineering in your playing, Robert.
Engineering? But his father's musical.
I have lived with the dread for 30 years that some critic would write, Robert Phillips's playing reminds me of the 3:30 in Full Cry from Paddington. But nobody seems to have noticed besides myself.
In 1922, Hookham of the North Stafford built and tested a 4-cylinder tank engine with 8 exhausts. Why did he take it off? Boiler too small. Too much steam needed for 4 cylinders. Make it race. Choo, 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 choo. 4 cylinders. 4 cylinders.
Why didn't you take up dancing again in some small way?
I am not a small way type of person. Besides, when I had the child, I had a fall. And the doctors discovered that I had a disease of the bone, very rare, confined to dancers, you won't know it. And I have suffered ever since.
Oh. There then, so you couldn't have danced again anyway.
Having the child hastened the accident, the discovery and the disease. If I had remained single, I could have had many golden years in front of me. But as it was, I devoted myself to my husband's musical career. You, a layman, little know how a musician needs an impartial ear behind him.
Oh, is that so?
Listen to that. North Staffordshire Loop line call number 1, and North Staffordshire Loop line call number 2. He is finished now for this morning. Once he gets that jingle in his head, it's all over. His harmonies go to the dogs.
North Staffordshire Loop, line a call number 1. North Staffordshire Loop, line a call number 2. North Staffordshire Loop, line a call number 1. North Staffordshire Loop, line a call number 2.
Young man to see you, Fowler. Name of Fowler. Railway enthusiast.
Oh, come in. Close the door behind you. Well, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, thank you.
Good. And what line?
I'm Great Western myself.
Oh, yes. Well, it's not a bad line, but oh, it's too big. Too cumbersome. Too sprawling. It tried to take in too much on too big a gauge. Brunel, eh? Naughty Brunel.
Oh, he was a genius.
I am myself
a North Staffordshire man.
How did you know?
I've just come from Judge Grayson.
James! Oh, how is he?
Oh, he's very well, thank you. We just travelled together on the last train through the Harecastle tunnel.
Did you? Oh, I missed it. Well, it couldn't fit in with my concert performances. I had to miss it.
He asked me to give you this. This contains the last ticket through the Harecastle tunnel.
Numbers 173468. The last. And it's the most cherished of my possessions. Oh, that's marvellous. But, James, what about him? What did he get?
Oh, he got the second last.
Oh, then we're still good friends.
Oh, yes, it seems so to me. Oh, all the time on the journey he kept on saying, if only Robert were here.
Did he?
He's building a scale model of the tunnel in the garden right now.
Oh, is he? Oh, if only I could patch things up and get back up there. I could help him. Maybe when I retire from that stuff.
He'd love that. Do you go up there a lot?
Oh, I used to go up whenever I could. Yes, James and we've uncovered many a forgotten branch of the old North Stafford. I haven't been up there for 12 months. Oh, last time we were up there, we had some joy. I'd left my wife in London, where it was her disease, you know, and I went up there. It was the Indian summer of my life. We walked over the Harecastle, yes. We went to the canal railway points at Kidsgrove, and we actually picked blackberries at the Waterhouse Hume End narrow gauge railway. That's it. We even went to an old gooseberry bush that James knew.
Oh, I've had some of the jam.
Have you? Mm. It had been planted on the site of the old signal box by the signalman in 1892. Oh, it was a blissful time.
You must miss it.
Yes, yes, I do. Mind you, I do a lot of research in the British Archives here. They've got the timetables, you know, from 1846 up at Paddington. You must go sometime.
I've been. But it's not the same as being out on the track.
Oh, no, of course it isn't. But I mean, say, look here. I've got all the records I need. I make notes of the details. I've got 101 things. Now, look at this. You see these photostat copies of photographs? Ah, look. That's an 1876, a Burslem station. You see the old motif on an iron grating? Eh? And this, oh, excuse me. Oh.
Are you keeping the young man for coffee?
No, I think I'd better be getting along now. I do hope you manage to get up to North Stafford again sometime soon. Well, goodbye, everybody.
How'd the painting go then, Clarke?
Fine, fine. The emerald's all done, but I had to get another quart. I hurried it at first, watered it down too much, but it turned out all right in the end. How was your hill climb?
Oh, my God, Clarke, I had it all laid on. Picnic hamper, I'd ordered it specially. The weather was lovely, we went in the enclosure, all the cars had had badges up. I tell you, it was a real Henley regatta of the internal combustion engine.
Did you score?
I'd ordered a hotel room, double, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Took her to the dance, poured sherry down her through a filter funnel. Time for bed. Oh, big protests. Mummy isn't expecting this. Mummy isn't going to get it. Get up them stairs.
Did she go?
Not a bit. Argy-bargy on the stairs. I had to pretend we were man and wife falling out. And then the porter turns up. And I had to tell him off for forgetting the electric blanket, so we had to go up. Stood there. She's the only woman I've known who makes a bed look like a pit of sin. Oh, and then the electric blanket turns up and I roasted all night. On the sofa.
Tough. Packing her in, of course.
Well, there's a do-on this weekend at Brands Hatch, but I tell you, I'm exhausted.
It's been an experience for you, Smiggy.
You see, Clarke, she wants to get married, and I like the girl. Well, let's face it, she is unsullied. I'd like an unsullied woman, but I'd like to have an affair. Well, how did decorating go? You get your golf in?
I tried to hurry the decorating for the golf, you see. Get it done. But I diluted it too much. Ran down the walls streaky and made the rose bed a bit emerald. I eventually toned up with another quart. But the north side of the house isn't like the back.
But what about the golf?
I talked it over with Doris, you see. And she said, yes, well, it's not crawling. Perhaps it would be better to get a game of golf in, if Mr. McCullough's going to be there. I said, of course he'll be there. He's been there all weekend, while I've been up the ladder, emeralding. So I went. He was there, at the first tee, alone. I joined him. Game of golf, sir? Fancy a round? Oh, he answered. I wasn't planning a round. I'm just on my way to the driving tee. I thought this was funny. He was already teed up, on the first tee. So he went off. And I went and had a round. Miserable. I don't like the game without a partner.
Yeah, it's a good social sport if you're playing with the boss. But what did you do?
Went back. My house looks like the Emerald Isle from the golf course. Tried to tone it down a bit. I was on the top rounds, dripping in emerald. Ball flies in the garden. In off the wall, bounces on the corrugated shed, hits the path, rolls down. Voice comes. The boss's.
His ball?
Have you seen my ball, Farquhar? He calls. I said I haven't seen it, but I know its whereabouts from having heard it. It bounced off the wall, hit the corrugated shed, and rolled down the path, only to be stopped by the water butt. You'll find it there.
And did he?
Yes. I said, I thought you wouldn't be playing a game today, sir. And he said, I wasn't. But I found a buddy.
Life is bloody complicated, Fark.
I find it so.
The carbon note, Smith.
Oh, thank you, sir. Did you have a good weekend? Get your meditating done on the golf course, sir?
Frankly, Smith, I thought I cracked it. But my mind was miles away, honestly. I couldn't put my mind to anything. It was you I saw on the course, Papa?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I thought so. But I didn't know where I was. So it was you. We'll have to have a round one weekend. Get in touch. One weekend.
There you are, you're all right.
This has been a shattering weekend for me, Smiggy.
Emotionally, I'm a wreck, Fark.
Me too.
And look at him, sitting there, dreaming about his train numbers. Well, did you go on the last train through the Harecastle tunnel, Fowler?
Yes.
My God, what a petty, shallow person. Why can't I do something simple and uninvolved like train spotting?
He'll never know complications, either emotional or social.